Hello everyone, Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Path Trading Partners along with Bob Iacchino. So let's check in on Ethereum. Ethereum finally pushed above its most recent highs back from a way long ago trendline entry. Came up. Alright, we had the next projected levels from the lows on the 8th to the highs on the 9th, and that gave us the 12 and 25% levels. So our major level was around 940. And we came up, spiked to 945. Now we've pulled back. We're starting to get some, what looks like to be some potential divergences up here. So we're not being overly aggressive right now. Just lost connection with my mouse. Here's the next levels higher. So we have next level is 965. Then we have a huge cluster area from 986 to 1002. So that's, and we have a declining 200 period simple moving average right there also. So if we push up to these levels, this $1,000 mark, either take some profits or move up your stop. That's going to be some major resistance right there. And then above that, 1040. Now, on the support side, right now we're holding right at the 8. And again, we're having some potential divergent setups. So we're going to be watching for probably a slightly bigger pullback. Really like to see this get back closer to the bottom of the rotation zone, back around 890 to 900. So watch for that. Let me take off these old levels right here because they are done. But that's why you should be using these Gann increments. Let's check in on the daily chart. Daily chart. So now, yesterday, closed above the rotation zone. We talked about that. That was important. Dip back down and holding so far above it. So let's watch. What we really don't want to happen is this to close back in the rotation zone, because that would be a failed breakout for the time being. If it does pull back and we do dip in the rotation zone, major supports coming in around 880 to the 890 level mentioned before. Switching over to Litecoin. Litecoin, which we talked about yesterday, we projected our levels up to 233.10, spiking just above that, then closing back down, then just closing at 232.40 area, then getting the sell. We also did get a nice divergence, which means watching for a bigger pullback here. You see we made a high in the price, higher high in price, lower high in the 5-period RSI, which is one of the ones we watch, one of the very few indicators we use besides the moving averages, and then we use the Gann levels. Those are the major things we watch for. Now we're going to be watching for a bigger pullback to probably around the 204. Right now we're trading at the top of the rotation zone. We'd like to see a pullback to around the 204. This is trading right at a prior breakout zone. But if it does rotate back up here, then we need it to get above our trend line to really make the next move higher. I'm going to project these from the same move that started this higher. So on the next areas we'd be watching for is 246.83 to 257.36, but we're waiting for a nice rotation back up. This got a little overdone, moving pretty far, pretty fast, so we're being very patient, sitting on our hands, waiting for a nice pullback and then a strong rotation back up, and then we'll be watching for these next key levels. Let's check in on the daily chart. Daily chart. So you also see it's trying to spike up. Now we're clearly way above the rotation zone. So if this does pull back and we get an even bigger pullback, the 37.5 retracement level is about 187. The key area below that is right around this 180, where we talked about the ABC 62.5% level. So that's going to be key with the hooking up 50 and the rising 8. So 180 to 187 is going to be a key level on a larger pullback that we'll be looking to hold. And this did get the first cross of the rotation zone now on the daily. So anything that pulls back and then rotates back up is bullish for Litecoin. But keep in mind, it has gone a little far, a little fast. So do not be surprised if we do get a pullback. Also, the RSI is getting to an extreme. Does not mean it has to pull back, but when it gets up here, unless we can continue some major momentum, which it doesn't look like we are right now, then we be patient and let it pull back and, as I said, rotate back up. That's what we have for you on Ethereum and Litecoin. We'll talk to everybody soon. Bye for now.